Hey, what's up, everybody, man? So, welcome to episode 3 of Finding Out the Truth with Odell Beckham Jr. in Cleveland. If this your first time here, already got 2 episodes out. Make sure you check those out after this video. But basically, all we doing here is showing y'all basically almost every single snap with Odell on the field running routes, and we gonna figure out if it's his fault, Baker Mayfield's fault, Stefanski's fault. Whose fault really is it for Odell's lack of production? So we hopping right into it. We got Odell lined up on the outside. He's getting press covered. And what ends up happening is, boom, he ends up getting a good release off the line, gets the inside advantage. And Baker read that corner. The corner stuck to Odell, so all he did was do the right play and throw it to the flats to Njoku. So you got to respect that decision. Right here, you got Odell lined up in the slot. And what he ends up doing, he's running like a quick slant. Baker's looking at him, he could throw it to him, but at the same time, it's kind of a tight window. It may be risky. So, Baker ends up passing up on this opportunity, and he ends up rolling out the pocket because pressure's coming. Now, when you look upfield, you got Odell who's going to be wide open. He turned upfield. He knows how to get open, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's going to be open. But Njoku, who's the guy circled in red, is running the out route. He's going to be open. Like, it is what it is. Based off of Baker's positioning, who's under pressure and already on the rollout, it's probably better for him to throw the ball to Njoku for technique reasons, and that's exactly what he does. So, you got to respect it. It's nobody's fault but the O-line for bad blocking there. Right here, you got Odell lined up outside. He gets a free release. What he ends up doing is running the end route. Baker just happened to never look his way. And as you see, he's wide open. Not wide open, but he's breaking open. But Baker is already deciding to throw the ball to the tight end, the inside, who's getting held on his out route. And it works out because we end up moving the chains because of the pass interference. But, I mean, that's not a bad read on Baker. Right here, you got Odell lined up in the inside. What Odell ends up doing is running his little route. I guess it's going to be like a little out route, but they are doubling him. They took him right out of the play. And they actually fooled themselves because now all we got to do is throw it to Higgins underneath, and that's a free touchdown. Right here, you got Odell lined up in the inside. And what he ends up doing, he's going to get zone coverage. And what he's doing here is basically running a deep corner route. He's going to round it out and run towards the sideline. As you can see, he already got the safety turned around. He got the advantage. These are the type of throws that I want to see Baker Mayfield take the chance on 1v1 with Odell Beckham Jr. But instead, he hit Donovan Peoples-Jones underneath, who did have a decent advantage too. But as you can see, the corner was playing better D than what Baker expected. And luckily, Donovan Peoples-Jones makes the catch. And it works out in his favor. Otherwise, that's just an incomplete pass and not a pick. Right here, you got Odell lined up outside. And what he ends up doing is running a simple go route. And as you can see, the corner is with him every step of the way, and he was already playing off. Then you got the safety over top watching. They are lurking. There's no way it would make any sense to throw the ball to Odell. So Baker just looks around and hits a man underneath instead. You got to respect it. That is the smarter decision there. Right here, you got Odell just got done moving in motion. And what he does is run a drag route to hopefully move the chains. He's wide open. Baker sees him. And Odell drops the ball. That's rare, but that's on Odell. That's not on Baker. Right here, you got Odell outside. And what he ends up doing, getting a free release. Boom, fake in, fake out. Boom, gets a good release at the top of the route. He's appearing to have some separation from the corner. But as you can see, the linebacker in the middle was creeping into that area from the get-go. He could either make a play on Odell or the ball. And if you look in the backfield, Baker is under pressure and he's trying to spin out of pressure. He rolls out the pocket and the opportunity is for sure not there. And it probably was never there, to be honest. Like, they was lurking from the get-go. Right here, you got Odell outside, and he ends up running a quick hitch route. Baker never looked his way. Why is Odell not the first read here? Like, why is he never the first read? It seems like he's never the first read. So that's an open opportunity for Odell. It's just Baker never looked for him, and he hit that man instead. Not a bad throw, but sheesh. Right here, you got Odell lined up outside, press coverage. Boom. Ends up getting a little release on the outside. And they end up forcing the ball to him on a back shoulder throw, and it's a good catch. You know, we know he got hands when he get the opportunity, even though he dropped the pass earlier. Right here, gets the good release off the line, inside advantage. Boom. He ends up stopping. It's like a deep hitch. Baker's looking his way. He's not open. It is what it is. He ain't open. And as you can see, from the looks of things, he's never going to be open. He tried to turn upfield. They with him every step of the way. He's not open, bro. It is what it is. Baker scrambles, and he has to slide. Right here, you got Odell lined up outside again. And what he ends up doing, boom, good release off the line. Inside advantage. He's beating his man. Boom, plants his feet. He was never open. There's 3 defenders all on him. Baker already made up his mind to throw it to the flats because that's the right thing to do. You got to respect it. That's just not an opportunity for Odell to get. And it ends up paying off a little bit because Kareem Hunt ends up picking up some yards. Right here, you got Odell lined up on the outside. And what Odell ends up doing is running a deep mid crossing route in between the zone coverage. Now, this is up to y'all here. I'm going to let y'all decide what's really supposed to go down. But as you can see, Baker already got his eyes locked in on Donovan Peoples-Jones on the outside, the green arrow. He's already got speed, he's fast, and he has a step on the corner already. So, to me, that's not a bad decision at all, especially if you already are looking there. You look at Odell, he's breaking into his mid-crossing route. He's probably going to be open because the safety still ain't making a decision. But obviously, like I said, he went with the first read, and he threw it to Donovan Peoples-Jones. But you could argue that opportunity could have been waited on for Odell Beckham Jr., who probably would have been open as well and probably would have made that safety miss. Right here, you got Odell lined up outside. What he ends up doing is running a quick hitch route. You know, they'll give him the ball in little hitch routes, you know, but that ain't really about nothing. Those don't count. Right here, you got Odell lined up in the slot. And what Odell ends up doing is basically running a post route. You know, they're kind of running something. This is zone, for real. But, you got Odell basically with his hand up, running across field. Baker can throw him open if he really wants to, and this could potentially be a touchdown, bruh. But instead, Baker's looking at the safer option underneath and ends up throwing it to Njoku instead, which you can't be mad about because it did end up resulting in a big play touchdown. But let's say the big play touchdown didn't happen with Njoku. Then we'll be like, wow, he should have threw it to Odell because that's what he should have did in the first place. Right here, you got Odell lined up outside. What he ends up doing is running a simple zig route. Boom. As soon as he finishes his zig route and it's basically solidified open, bruh, Baker looks right at him. And just for some reason, just does not throw him the ball. And ends up throwing it deep instead, which was a forced throw for sure. Right here, you got Odell lined up in the inside. And what he ends up doing is basically running another deep mid crossing route against the zone coverage. But this time, the safety is playing way more back than he was the first time. So if you're looking at the defense correctly, you should know that you're going to have Odell Beckham Jr. wide open underneath, who's your best playmaker on the field right now. Instead, he's looking at Donovan Peoples-Jones, who doesn't even have a step on his defender, and he ends up throwing it deep. And they end up closing in on them 3 dudes, and that could have been a pick. Easily. Right here, you got Odell lined up on the outside. This is the drive to try to force OT. You got Odell running his route. Boom. Then boom, plants his feet for the end route. He's wide open. On a drive where you're trying to force OT, why are you not looking for your best player on the field? Didn't even look his way, but he's open. Didn't even look his way. I just don't understand it. Like, why didn't Stefanski tell him to look his way? He should be the first option in this situation by default, bruh. Doesn't even get the opportunity. Odell throws this dumb pass to, Hollywood Higgins. And of course, that doesn't go in our favor. And then last but not least, man, I got a big issue with this play. This is a Hail Mary. You got your best player not even involved in trying to win the game for your team. Baker, of course, is going to throw the ball to the trip side of the Hail Mary. Odell didn't even run a streak out of this. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. You got Odell Beckham Jr., top 10 wide receiver talent, has the best hands on your team, one of the highest earners on the payroll per year on your team. Why does he not have an opportunity on a Hail Mary to send you to OT? Why? I just don't understand that. Like, they really made him a decoy on a Hail Mary. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand it, you know? Like, I don't understand it. This is the 3rd episode of this shit. This was going on since last year. Probably the year before, but I didn't start watching film until last year. Odell is getting did dirty. Odell ain't getting no chances. We paying him all this money. Odell has made it vocal that he wants to be a Hall of Famer and all that other stuff, but we can't even get him the ball. Dude got targeted 3 times last week, had 2 catches. The week before that, he only had like 2 catches as well. Ain't nothing changing. You see all these other teams, from the scrub quarterbacks to the elite quarterbacks, to the mediocre teams, to the scrub teams, to the elite teams, getting number 1 receivers and using them like it's a piece of cake, because that's how it's supposed to be. They supposed to make everything easier. We not even trying to utilize Odell. So if we not gonna utilize him, why is he even here? You gotta understand ESPN, where they coming from now, bruh. If we ain't using him, why is he even here? The film ain't lying. The film is letting it be known that he is not a focal point of our offense. And we are holding him back. It's pretty much that simple, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section about Odell's situation here in Cleveland. Let me know everything, how you feel. And make sure, if you didn't check out the other 2 episodes, go check them out, man. But this really sucks because I'm a Browns fan, you already know. And to see us get this much talent and we sit up here and not utilize all of our talent, it just don't make sense. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. And I got some more content coming soon.